Remember all the talk leading into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that revolved around Tom Cruise appearing in the film as Iron Man, or possibly even the superior Iron Man? Well, now the writer of the film head-on tackles these rumors and how far they actually went to get Tom Cruise into the film. For about a year and a half, almost 2 years, we heard about how Tom Cruise was going to appear as Iron Man. This has been well documented. Every single scooper person out there that's releasing all the ins and outs of what's happening in the industry has been saying it's done. It's a done deal. There was a bunch of leaks out there, photos that these exact scoopers said were all real. Well, when it came time to watch Doctor Strange, he wasn't in it. They then said that was all cut. Recently, in an interview with the Rolling Stone magazine, the screenwriter of the film, Michael Waldron, who you guys probably know from work in the MCU here, was asked directly about Tom Cruise appearing as Iron Man. So here is what he said, and I quote, "Yeah, that's totally made up. I mean, there's no cut footage of Tom Cruise. But I do love Tom Cruise. And I said to Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige at one point, I was like, could we get Tom Cruise as Iron Man? I remember reading about that in Ain't It Cool News back in the day, that Tom Cruise was going to be Iron Man." End quote. And when the Rolling Stones follows up with, "So to be clear, did anyone reach out to Tom Cruise?" He replies with, and I quote, "I don't believe so. I just don't think that it was ever an option because of availability." End quote. Now, if you go as far back as when we started to first talk about these rumors, I was very explicit in saying I don't believe this because he is going to be shooting back to back like 3 films, 2 of them being Mission Impossible and another film which obviously Top Gun. So that was in its own kind of state of flux and release and everything and reshoots. So just the way we looked at it, honestly, yeah, it didn't line up. But again, I'm glad that they came out and directly tackled this, because previously we heard about things that were cut from the film, possible cameos or ideas or roles in other things, and they were like, look, we can't talk about that. And they didn't want to talk about it because they did shoot it, but again, what was the point of talking about it? This they're tackling outright by saying, no, we never got him there, because there's truth to it. Do you guys remember when we first started to hear rumors of how we were going to see Doctor Strange in Infinity War in Iron Man armor, and then how we were going to see the Living Tribunal? They straight up never said anything about it, and then we got the leak about it, and then they were like, fine, we'll talk about it. Why would they suddenly switch how they talk about stuff in this, and only this regard? It doesn't make sense. It's because I don't believe he was there. I honestly don't believe Tom Cruise was there. And again, Tom Cruise's asking price is steep, rumored to be 25 to 50 million. Were they going to use Tom Cruise and reach out to him for a minute and a half of a film? No, that's ridiculous. What are they, Sony? No. Never believed this. I had hopes they could do it, but no.